In Black Ops 3 came the introduction of a new game mechanic that has managed to stick around even after all this time, the Gobblegum machine. A machine of Dr. Monty's own design, with its possible origins shown in issue 2 of the Call of Duty Zombies comics. Like with the perk machines and the Pack-a-Punch, Dr. Monty's Gobblegum machine is powered by Element 115, further shown in its blinking lights which blink 1, 1, 5. However, unlike those machines, Dr. Monty didn't provide any nudges in the timeline to ensure the Gobblegum's creation. Instead, he took matters into his own hands, and had them placed in areas that Primus would be venturing to. And I suppose Ultimus in the Zombies Chronicles maps. The Gobblegum machine is of a vintage design, painted red with silver accents and adorned with golden light bulbs along the sides. A logo displaying Dr. Monty's name, and a lion head that ejects the gumballs. You may be asking yourself, why a lion? What does that have to do with Dr. Monty? Well, I'm glad you asked. For this, I'm going to hand things over to my friend, Randy. The floor is yours, brother.
Hello there. Let's get into it. The silver lion sculpture that adorns the top of Dr. Monty's gumball machine may be one of the more often overlooked, yet significant and telling aspects of his true nature and identity. If we trust the good doctor to tell us any semblance of truth, we'd be almost compelled to say that he is clearly a representation of the biblical God. After all, we hear him complain about an endless supply of prayers and how he's taken upon himself to carry the woes of the world, so to speak. His outward appearance can also be correlated with Christ's teachings about choosing spiritual wealth and rags over monetary wealth and luxuries of a finer life. The lion symbolizes Christ's authority as the King of Kings and his triumph over evil, so perhaps Dr. Monty is the Big Daddy after all? Well, kind of. Not exactly. According to some Gnostic beliefs, Yaldabaoth is a malevolent god, also known as the Demiurge, or the creator of our material world, who is sometimes described as a theriomorphic, or animal-shaped entity, specifically a lion-headed serpent. He is also identified as a false deity who created man and keeps mankind's souls trapped within their physical bodies, imprisoning them in his material world to suffer his whims. Yaldabaoth is also referred to as Satan within the apocryphal scripture known as the Gospel of Nicodemus. Before creating the material world and its inhabitants, however, Yaldabaoth created 6 fellow archons to accompany him. These entities can be compared to biblical archangels in terms of significance and authority. The archons eventually rebelled against Yaldabaoth, which led to him creating the physical world as a means of keeping them in line. In Shadows of Evil, we upgrade the Apothicon sword by picking up an Arch Ovum, or Archon egg, and feeding it with some thick Margwa buns. Upon receiving the upgraded sword from a keeper that's not entirely corporeal, we can tell the egg has hatched into the weapon and its name has changed to Reborn Keeper Sword. Also worth noting that a certain scripture describes the Archons as, quote, hermaphroditic with their faces being those of beasts, unquote. Here we can easily begin to draw a strong parallel between the Keepers and Archons as well as Apothicons and the rebellious Archons. In conclusion, the lore involving Dr. Monty and Shadow Man is an amalgam of biblical mythology as well as several Gnostic beliefs, including but not limited to those of the Manichaean and Ophian sects of Gnosticism. Thank you. Take it over, Corbin.
The machine assisted Primus throughout their quest to hopefully save the multiverse, though in reality they were only continuing an endless cycle they've been unknowingly trapped in. After Black Ops 3, however, the Gobblegum machine would become absent from the series until Black Ops 6, with the grand return of the Gobblegums now sporting a new purple and twisted appearance with a cute TV screen and now belonging to the mysterious Mr. Peaks. The Black Ops 6 Gobblegum machine is basically no different from its Black Ops 3 predecessor. The only major changes are in cost. Both are free upon first spin, but in BO3 you can spin it immediately in the same round for a higher and higher price, resetting at the start of a new round. In BO6, there's a cooldown between uses, which increases. However, like its BO3 counterpart, it will become usable at the start of a new round. Before appearing in Black Ops 6, the Dr. Monty Gobblegum machine actually does have a cameo in the Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War campaign level, Brick in the Wall, although cleverly turned around as to appear as an ordinary gumball machine. Although Gobblegums weren't present in Black Ops 4, Takio does make mention of them, stating to miss them. And furthermore, the mechanic behind Gobblegums were also integrated into BO4, albeit pretty differently. Now appearing as elixirs, which were created by Shaw in the Chaos storyline. And, well, we don't know who made them in the Ether story. But I'd like to say it's Richtofen, but that is just speculation, not fact. Unlike Gobblegums, the elixirs were on you at all times. Able to use them freely required that your cooldown meter was full. Before ending things off, I'm going to quickly run down the physical differences between the Gobblegums, their colors and patterns. In Black Ops 3, the colors of the gumballs were chosen to showcase the ability type. For example, blue Gobblegums were round-based, orange were trigger-based, such as pop shocks, which triggered when hitting an enemy with a melee, green which was time-based, and purple which was player-activated, while the patterns on the Gobblegums displayed their rarity. This is reversed in Black Ops 6, oddly enough, where color is their rarity and pattern is their ability. Elixirs only have color rarity and no visual indicator of what type of elixir they are. That's everything there is right now for the Gobblegum machines. Hopefully we get some lore on the Mr. Peaks Gobblegum in the future, but as of now, we're a little low. I hope you enjoyed, and because I'm curious, let me know what color Gobblegum is your favorite, as well as your favorite Gobblegum in general. Anyway, thanks for watching. Huge shout out to my buddy Randy for helping out with this one. And if you like the man, which you better, then I recommend checking out his band, Of Spite. That's it from me. Thank you guys for watching, as always, and I'll see you in the next one.